Thank you, distinguished Chair. In the interest of time, allow me to say, ladies and gentlemen, protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from Government of the Republic of Uganda, and I'm here to share with you lessons from Uganda regarding political commitment as a key driver of promoting South-to-South cooperation. Before I share with you, allow me to give you a snapshot of my country, Uganda. Uganda is located in East Africa. It is bordered to the east by Kenya, to the north by South Sudan, to the west by the Democratic Republic of Congo, to the southwest by Rwanda, and to the south by Tanzania. Uganda is known for its welcoming and friendly people. Those who have been there before can attest to this: the beautiful environment and landscapes and warm tropical climate. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a snapshot of the key demographic indicators. Our total fertility rate is 4 in urban areas, and in rural areas we have 5.9. The national average is at 5.4. Infant mortality, as we talk now, is starting in urban areas. I'm disaggregating this between urban and rural because there is a sharp divide in population characteristics. So infant mortality in urban areas is 39 per 1,000 live births, and in rural, 44 per 1,000 live births. The national average is at 43. Maternal mortality, the national average is at 336 per 100,000 live births. Contraceptive use for urban is 46%, rural is 36.8%, and our national average is at 39%. Teenage pregnancy is 18.8% in the urban, 26.7% rural, and the national average is at 25%. This means that per average of 4 teenage girls, 1 is pregnant. And this is a big concern to us, and efforts are made to reduce this by promoting girl child education, at least to make sure that a girl child spends not less than 13 years in school. The total population of Uganda by mid-2019, the projection is at 40.4 million people, and our population growth is at 3.04%. This is still very high, but as we work towards reducing this high population growth rate, we are also equally putting effort in improving the quality of our population. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to share with you as well that our child population, that is 0 to 14 years, is 49.3%. This indicates a very high dependence ratio. Then the females in productive age group are 24%. Ladies and gentlemen, the following are lessons from Uganda. Following the adoption of the Addis Ababa Declaration by African ministers in 2013, Uganda started on the process of domesticating the demographic dividend concept in line with its long-term development planning. A cabinet memo was developed to seek cabinet approval for prioritizing and integrating the demographic dividend into Uganda's planning frameworks. Cabinet approved the memo and recommended harnessing of the demographic dividends as a key strategy for driving the country's transformative agenda. In 2015, the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, officially launched a demographic dividend modeling report at a high-level family planning conference in Uganda. This endorsed the DD as a national priority to be embraced by all. Uganda's National Planning Authority, which is mandated to develop and oversee the implementation of development plans and frameworks, embraced the DD and integrated it in the 5-year national development plans and budgets. The concept will be integrated into the 3rd national development plan that is currently under development. To demonstrate the demographic dividend, Uganda developed a roadmap with timelines and practical steps that will be taken by specific actors. The roadmap was launched by the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament of Uganda last year, 2018. The roadmap has been translated into planning and budgeting frameworks at sectors and lower local governments. The districts will be assessed for compliancy using a compliance tool developed by the National Planning Authority. This tool will have indicators like health provision, education of the girl child, skilling of the girl children, and reduction of poverty among the communities. The demographic dividend concept has been embraced by Uganda's political and technical leaders at different levels. In addition to the support from the head of state, members of parliament have championed for skilling, human capital investments, education of the girl child, family planning, gender equity, and other issues related to improvement of the quality of our population. Members of Parliament have appreciated the linkages between family planning, reproductive health, and development. They have made commitments for sexual reproductive health rights in the region and increased accountability for the implementation of reproductive health commitments. I will share with you that one time members of Parliament refused to pass a budget, a national budget, when they were not satisfied with a portion of the budget committed for maternal health. And the government was forced to increase that budget. This shows the commitment of the political commitment from Parliament of Uganda. I also want to add that in Parliament of Uganda, there is an informal parliamentary association called Uganda Women Parliamentary Association. This continues to champion maternal health services, service delivery in the country, and the gender equity issues. All female members of Parliament subscribe to this association. Ladies and gentlemen, the process of domesticating the demographic dividend concept in Uganda clearly highlights the importance of political will in driving the development agenda of the country. In addition, Uganda has integrated ICPD commitments into the 3rd National Population Policy that is yet to be passed by Cabinet later this year. Uganda is working on a migration policy and a diaspora policy in recognition of migration issues. We are also making education more and more accessible to the population. Government of Uganda is hosting the Partners in Population and the Development Africa Regional Office. I also want to share with you that even external funding nowadays is prioritizing maternal health issues. Recently, my government acquired a loan specifically for the construction of Health Center 3s. A Health Center 3, this is the lowest community health service delivery unit. And the purpose for this was to construct maternal facilities at every health center to make maternal health services accessible to the lowest person in the population. In-country efforts are ongoing to develop a statement for the forthcoming ICPD summit in Nairobi. Ladies and gentlemen, Uganda is committed to working to transform the lives of its nationals and will continue to drive the social transformation agenda in accordance with South-to-South cooperation. Uganda will also support the global development agenda and will work with the nations towards this end. Distinguished Chair, allow me also to use this opportunity to inform members here that Uganda is hosting the 8th African Population Conference, which will take place in Entebbe, Uganda, between 18th November to 22nd November 2019. This is a strong platform for African countries to share research, practices, experiences, policy practices in Africa. It is an event which brings together the academia and policymakers to articulate population-related issues. I want to use this opportunity to invite all of you to come and attend this very important conference. And allow me to advise that those of you who will be traveling to Kenya for the ICPD Summit in Nairobi between 12th and 15th of November, after 15th, simply cross over to Uganda and enjoy the Pearl of Africa for those 3 days as you wait for the beginning of the conference on 18th of November. As I told you in the beginning, the people of Uganda are very welcoming, and Uganda is such a beautiful country where you cannot regret spending 3 days. I thank you.